Guys, welcome back to the Diverse 7 channel. This week's theme is embarrassing stories, and not gonna lie, at first I was kind of a little iffy because I was like, I don't really have any embarrassing stories, but then I just remembered just a few. I can't remember all of them because I have a really small memory, but there's just like a few of my embarrassing stories that I'm going to share with you. So we're gonna like start from like the most simplest ones, I guess you could say, and then work up to like the best, greatest ones, I guess. Not all of these are just embarrassing stories. Some of these are just like awkward or just really weird situations that I've been put in. So I know I do this a lot. I'm not sure about you guys, but I fall up the stairs a lot. I don't know if it's just me, but I always somehow manage to fall going up the stairs. Like, I never fall going down the stairs. It's always going up. I always trip. My shoe comes untied. I don't even know how, but probably once or twice a week this happens to me. I'll be walking in school, and it was really bad this one time because I fell going up the stairs right behind this guy, and I like hit into him almost. Like I like fell forward into him, like his back, and that was just bad. So I know another one is I do this so much, especially at school, when someone's like waving to their friend and I'm like, oh my god, they're waving to me. So I like wave back to them and then they just look at me like, why did you just wave to me? It's like, oh, thought you were waving to me, I guess. Even if it's like my best friend and she's waving, I always look behind me and I'm like, is there anyone behind me that would know her that she would be waving to? If not, then I'm like, oh yeah, you're talking to me, hey. Like, I don't know, that might just be me, but that happens a lot. Now, actually, on to like more personal, I guess you could say. So I do play tennis, and one day we were like getting our pictures taken for like tennis and stuff, like our tennis pictures, like our group pictures, and this was like in 9th grade, I think, so like 2 years ago. And oh my gosh, so everything was going fine, but I'm like the tallest person on the team, so I'm like smack dab in the middle. Kid you not, they took the picture, and out of all the pictures a girl freaking took, she decided to pick the one with my eyes closed. Of course. Tallest one on the team, smack dab in the middle, my eyes were closed. If I have a picture, I will insert it right here so you can see my embarrassing moments. We can all share them together and we can laugh. The worst part is like at our school, in our little gymnasium, they have all the pictures hung up of all like the sports teams. That's the worst, when people are just walking by and looking at a picture of you with your eyes closed. Everyone else is smiling, looking all pretty, and then you're just like, that's legit what I looked like. No joke. So my next embarrassing story, this was like in 5th grade or so, really, really long time ago, and I wanted blonde highlights. And my mom was like, no, you're not going to get them professionally done, so I let my sister do them. And she's dyed her hair a few times, so I was like, okay, you know what, that's fine, she can do them. So long story short, she put way too many highlights in, and she left it in a freaking hour too much. So I take my hair out, and I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna look so pretty, and it's honestly white. No joke. Like, do you see my door right here? It was honestly that color. Like, again, I will insert a picture if I have one, but it was terrible. And the worst part is 2 days later, I was on a trip to New Mexico. I was on a plane. Everyone was staring at me. I looked so fucking weird, not gonna lie. Oh my god, that was the worst. So, the next one, this isn't like, I guess it's embarrassing, but it's kind of like an awkward situation for me at the same time. So I was like 9 years old when I was doing cheerleading, maybe 8, when I was doing cheerleading for midget football, and we were at a game one time, and this girl, like, I don't even know what the situation was, but like we were all talking to like our friends, I guess you would say, and like this really small girls that are on the team, I was talking to them and like their friends and everything. And one girl, like, she was reading a pamphlet or something, and she asked me like what this said or something, and I just asked her, oh well, can you not read? And then she started to cry, and I was like, oh my god, what is going on? She started bawling. All I asked her was, could she read? I didn't know I was like being really mean or anything. I was asked her, I was like, oh, well, can you not read? Like, I was gonna like help her read it, but then she started crying and running to her mom, and then I got in trouble for some reason. So her mom went to like the coach of like their cheerleading team, and she's like, she said this, and I'm like, I asked her if she could read. I'm sorry, that's so bad. So then they made me sit out for like half the game, which was really stupid, but I guess that's embarrassing because like, I only asked her, could she read? Like, I'm sorry, that's so bad. But yeah, I just sit out half the game, and everyone was just kind of like, why are you sitting out? And then I told everyone else, and they're like, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. So I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be mean. So my last embarrassing story was just like last week, and me and my brother were going like shopping and stuff for like groceries and everything. And keep in mind, we're like an hour away from like my home. And we're in my Jeep, and I was really deciding if I wanted to have like the top down or up that day, because I was like, you know what if it rains? I'm like, I don't see no rain forecast, like it's not gonna rain. It can't rain. No, it's impossible. I also had to babysit that day, so my little niece was like in the back of the Jeep too. Had her like in her little car seat. She looking so cute. And my mom texts me, and she's like, it's pouring rain here. Is it raining there? I was like, no, it's nice and clear and sunshine. So then as soon as we're about to leave, it starts pouring so bad I couldn't even see the drive. Like, I had the top down on the Jeep, so not only were we getting rained on, I couldn't even see to like drive, and we were on like this interstate or whatever, and I'm going like 55, and everyone was stopping right in the middle of the road, and I could not see a freaking thing, and it was the worst thing ever, and everyone was going like 10 miles per hour, and people were like pulling over, and here I am like trying to keep calm, and then my little niece Gracie, here she is crying in the back. So then Eric's trying to like comfort her, and he's like holding his sweatshirt over her and trying not to let her get rained on, because every time we would stop at a freaking stoplight we would get poured on. Like when we were moving it wasn't that bad, but as soon as we would stop at a light we would honestly be soaked. So then we were like, oh my god, we just have to pull over, we have to get her inside somewhere, she's gonna get sick and cold, and we don't want that to happen. So then we go to Walmart. The closest Walmart was like 20 minutes away. So we drive all the way to Walmart, and we go buy a towel, and then we come back out. We finally get outside, and we're like, okay, it stopped raining. As soon as we get in the Jeep, it starts pouring again. So then here Eric is holding the towel over Gracie. Once we're soaked head to toe, it's like a freaking pool in my Jeep. It's freaking terrible. And then we're like, you know what, we can make it home, we can make it home. I got home, and my dad laughed at me. And he said we were really stupid for driving with the top down. So yeah, that's how my day went. And it was fucking terrible. So I really hope you guys all enjoyed my embarrassing stories, even though they're not that embarrassing, they're just kind of really awkward or really strange. So yeah, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the Diverse 7 channel. And if you want to see more of me, then subscribe to my channel. And I'll have all the days of the girls listed down below along with their channels. So yeah, I really hope you guys all enjoyed it, and be sure to check in every day for new videos. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!